Hello everybody, so this is gonna be my hospital build. I finally remembered to give you guys a tour before I started and just show you guys how it was, like a before and after. But yeah, so I wanted an elevator. That's always been the plan. But I low-key struggled because I have an underground parking, so I needed to add an extra level to the elevator. This building, Loki didn't take that long. I just didn't really feel like editing it. Like, I actually finished very early. I think I finished Thursday. I'm not really sure. But yeah, it wasn't that bad. I finished very quickly. I just didn't feel like doing all of this. I Loki felt like quitting too, like just not making videos anymore. I don't know, I just didn't really think that I really wanted. I like posting the videos, I don't really like editing them because I stutter so much, so I have to go back and edit all of those things out, and then it just moves everything around and it just doesn't really make sense with the scene in there. Plus it just leaves like all of the recording kind of choppy, and I feel like it's very obvious. But yeah, if you guys notice that it looks a little bit different, like my town, it's because it is. I got bored while building this build, so I just really started building whatever on it. Well, I tried to avoid it just because I knew I had to make videos about it later on, and I just didn't really feel like having to explain later like all of the changes that I made. So I tried to avoid it, but I got really bored. So I did end up changing some things on the town, but it's mostly just like gardening things. Like where the houses are at and like behind the hospital, I'm pretty sure you saw like snippets of it. I added like hills and like trees and stuff because it just looked super empty, and I don't like how awkward it looks like where the town ends. So I think the trees helped hide that awkwardness. But yeah, also it's because I also leveled up like recently on my gardening skills, so I was able to unlock other plants and stuff. I added a new floor to my, what is it called, like my hotel, my apartment thingy, just because I felt like there wasn't a lot of people living in here and there definitely needs to be more places. So I added another floor and I made those apartments like obviously more smaller, and I made them like with keeping in mind like kind of like college students, because it's literally just two small bedrooms. It's not two floors, it's just one floor, and everything is pretty much like smaller than usual. So it's just, I'm guessing, like more realistic to what you would see from day to day, like in apartments and stuff. But yeah, also because the school is super huge and there's barely any people living in this town, so it just doesn't make any sense. But by adding another floor, I was able to add four more rooms in total. So we're good. But the bad thing about it is that in the penthouses, I had to move them like one floor up. So, because it just made more sense. You know, like penthouses are usually like all the way at the top. So I had to move them up, and then where, like, I don't even know how to explain it. But, um, I just had to move them one way up a little bit. But the last floor is not as big as the previous ones, so I had to shorten like the rooms a little bit in the penthouses. Sadly, I didn't really want to, but I had to. So now it's just two rooms, but they're a lot more spacious than the other ones, so I think that kind of makes up for it. I don't really like it just because I feel like there's really not much difference between the other like apartments in that one, but whatever, we're just gonna have to make do. And on top of that, I started deleting the houses that I had like on the second floor, because I mean I was already planning on like remodeling them because I just didn't really like the way that they looked on the exterior. And another thing that I like really struggle on is the fact that I cannot do like different styles. Like I have my style set and then everything else I just don't use. Like I always use the same things in this game. And if I want to make it seem like it's lived in by different people, I obviously have to use different things, which is kind of like a struggle because like I have my preferences. But I'm gonna try to do like each apartment and house like a different style to try to help with it, even if I don't really like it. But yeah, I deleted the houses and then I just kept like most of the furniture just because I didn't really want it to all go to waste and I feel like it could be reused. but I have no idea what I'm gonna do for each of the houses. I want to do a different style for each house and each apartment, but I don't really have one set in place just yet. I'll probably like spin a wheel or something and then just do it like that. I feel like that'd be pretty fun. But I really gotta like lock in on this build, like the entire town, because the more I spend time like on it, the more I want to change things. Like I'm not liking any building now, and I just want to like remodel every single one. So at this point, I'm never gonna be done. My plan is to have this town done by summer, which is doable by now because I don't really have a lot to do, especially at the pace that I'm going. I just don't think they look nice. I don't know. I'm not very um fond of many of them. They're okay. I just don't really feel them that much. I edited some yesterday actually. Like I changed the color of the library because I felt like the orange was just too vibrant. I did not like it. And then the building, well, it's like a place building, I guess. It's like where the kitchen is in my restaurant. That building I also don't really like. I feel like it looks very weird, very out of place. So I might end up changing it. I already plan on remodeling my furniture store. That's definitely gonna be one of my things that I have to do. The Sephora that I have in my town, I do want to add more things just because I feel like it's very empty and it just doesn't look complete. So I'll be adding more to that one. What else? I like my plant store. It's just something about it that I don't really like. I don't really know what it is. It just looks a mess. Maybe I just need to take some things off. I don't really know. But I don't really like it. And I just like remodeled that one, so I don't know what I'm on about. But what else? The restaurant. Like the exterior for the restaurant, I'm sorry, is good. I just don't really like the inside. I feel like I didn't really use my space very well. So I'll probably fix that too. I don't really like the wallpaper that I added on that one, so I'll probably take it off. I kind of want to go for like a, what is that one called? Like a Tuscan, I think that's what it's called. Like imagine a Kardashian house from the 2000s. That type of style. That's the type of style that I want to go for my restaurant. And I try to do like the ceiling where you can see like a skylight ceiling, but I'm not really a pro builder in here, so it didn't really look as nice as I wanted it to. And I could probably use basic shapes for it, but I don't even want to think about using them. I'm already stressed out just imagining it. But I like the school. Well, it's not even done yet. The museum, I like the exterior. It's nice. I just feel like the interior is a bit lonely, but like it's a museum. Like what can I do about it? The interior for my movie theater, I don't really like anymore. So I do want to change that a bit. I like my music store. I do like that one. I like my clothing store. I like my coffee shop. I think my hotel lobby is fine. The library on the inside, I think it's okay. What else? I don't know. I feel like I kind of like don't really go all out for the things when it comes to decorating. I feel like the exteriors are good. I just don't really think that when it comes to decorating, I do a lot. And it just makes the buildings look kind of ugly. So maybe as I go on, I'll just add little things to the buildings to make them look better. But yeah, even my grocery store, which I just got done like recently, I feel like I could have added more things to make it look more fuller or something. I don't know. But that's a me issue. But right now, I think yesterday I started working on the like office building that I wanted to do. I kind of struggled to like work on it just because I try to limit myself on recording videos just because I don't want to keep like my computer with like a bunch of videos in there, because when I tell you, like, I'm not even exaggerating, I have 6, let me see, oh, they're right here, 4, 5, 6, okay, so 12 videos, and each video is about like 1 hour long, like just staying, and I delete them right afterwards when I'm done with the building, but that's about the average for like each building that I do, it's like a lot of footage, and I don't want like my computer to be filled with like storage. So I try to not build until I'm done with the video, and then I edit it, and then I can finally delete the footage and then just start anew. But I don't know, because it takes me a long time to do this. It shouldn't, because it's not a long job or a hard one. I just get lazy and don't want to do it. But it shouldn't take this long, low key. But yeah, I try to not do anything until I'm done with one video and then just start building the next one. But I did start building a little bit on the other one, just like kind of placing down where things should be, because I was also having a hard time deciding on what type of office I wanted, because I realized, well, I'm pretty sure it's obvious, but like there's no police station in here. But I'm like, I don't even think there's like a need for that. And then I realized I also don't have like a fire station, but I'm like, I don't think there's a need. Like, I just need a hospital for real. So I wanted an office. That's for sure what I wanted. But I'm like, I don't have a police station either. And I really wanted to use those mirrors that they have in here. That's like one side is just like your reflection, and the other one that people can see you from the other side. I really wanted to use one of those in an interrogation room. But I guess I won't this time, because I decided to go for a like newspaper office, like I don't think that's what it's called, journaling. I don't know, I started thinking of like Spider-Man and Superman, and I really wanted one of those because it's just so city coded. So I'm gonna do that, and I think it looks pretty cool because I did want to have like a news working station. Yeah, that's what it's called. Okay, let me try to explain it like in words of what I have so far in there. So on the first floor, obviously there's a reception desk, and then there's an elevator and some bathrooms. And then on the second floor, that's where the little cubicles are at. I sadly couldn't fit a lot. I could only fit like 2 normal cubicles, and then like a small little office where like the, I don't know, not secretary, like the head of the department or whatever, like with the windows where they usually get yelled at and you can just see everything out there. And then I had like this really awkward space between I guess it's like in the hallway, but there's just an awkward space as soon as you get out of the elevator. So I decided to put like a little kitchen in there for the workers. And then on the third floor, because it's only 3 floors, on the third floor I have the news working station, like your usual setup, because I really did want to use the computers and that desk that they added like a few updates ago. So I finally will get to use that one, but I just need to make it look cute. And then I added like a little donut section. So yeah, that's nice. But I'm happy that I went with that route. I don't know, I really liked it, and I hope you guys do too. But I don't know, it just reminded me of a superhero movie, so I really wanted to add it. Also, I think this video is like a week late than usual. No good excuse. I just got kind of lazy and was not feeling like recording over the video. The footage has been done for like a while. It's just I've been procrastinating on like voiceovering it, just because I'm very awkward and just don't know what to speak about, and I just hate editing my ums and so and buts all the time. There's like, I swear on my, well, maybe not, but there's like 1 minute pauses where I'm just silent thinking of what to say, and it's very awkward. So I have to go back, and then sometimes you guys can see like my wallpaper on the background, and it has like photos of like my family and everything, so I obviously have to like edit that out as well for privacy reasons. I was gonna get this video done and ready by yesterday, but I don't know, like I guess because of the heat I've been having like an ant infestation. It's really bad, and I think we still do. I just saw one crawling in here and it made me very icky, I guess. I don't know if that's the right word to use. I'm just like itchy and stuff now. Disgusted even. There's just a bunch, and they're eating all of my food. And we have no raid, so it's over for me, I think. If I don't post for like a month, it's because the ants have gotten to me. But I've tried literally everything, because well, this is what my mom says. She says that they get in here because of the heat, and it was super duper hot yesterday. It was no, I'm lying. That was Thursday. Thursday was super hot, it was 100 and something degrees. Yesterday was still pretty hot, but like it wasn't that bad. It was like in the 90s. But yeah, ants just started crawling in here, and there was like a bunch, and they got into the cereal, my Lucky Charms. We had to throw that away. That was supposed to be my breakfast, but I guess no more. And it was so bad because it was like super hot, and I had to like sweep and do all of these things, and it just pissed me off. And I didn't even like eat breakfast or anything. And on top of that, I got my period, so I was just like over everything. It pissed me off. Oh my god. I was so irritated. Oh my god. I don't even know how I slept soundly yesterday. I slept like a baby, but I don't even know why, because I usually get very like anxious and scared about like things crawling on me, especially getting like into my ears or nostrils. I cannot do that. That's like one of my worst fears. I don't know. I'm irritated. After this, I'll probably have to like clean and try to get all of them out, because this is a problem. I probably shouldn't even be telling you guys this. I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna get judged. But whatever. I don't really care. That's literally all that has happened in my life. So might as well make some content out of it, because otherwise it'd just be me talking about literal nonsense. So might as well. But yeah, that's literally all that has happened. So I have no idea what to talk about now. Bro, I'm so boring. But yeah, back to the build. One thing that I did not like about this is, I don't know what the right terminology for it is, but the little IV fluid little box thingy, I don't know what it's called, but I try to make my own with like decals and stuff, but it doesn't even look right. So, well, they're not my decals. I just found some random ones, and that's probably why it looks bad. I'll probably have to make my own, but that makes me lazy. But yeah, it looks ugly, so I'll probably have to switch that out and just make my own, because I couldn't find like an image of exactly what I was trying to find, and I didn't know what they were called. But that's honestly the only thing that kind of pissed me off. Everything else was fine. Like, I know the beds aren't the most realistic looking, but I think they do their job. Like, I'm pretty sure it gets the point across, so who am I to complain? Plus, I have to watch out for plot data, because I already bought it again, and you can only buy it twice. I'm over. I'm done. And right now, I think I'm on 83, 84%. So I have to be very careful with that and just finish my other buildings, because I'm almost done with it. But that's basically what I got going on. I'm actually surprised I haven't run out yet. I like figured that I'd be done by now, but yeah, I guess I got lucky or something. I don't really know. But for this floor, I don't know if you could tell, this is for like the long, okay, well, I guess I changed the floors, but the last floor is for like for the long-term patients. And I really like the wallpaper that I chose. I chose like a little flower wallpaper. I don't know, I feel like it looked nice, like little accent walls or whatever. And now I'm just adding like some decoration in there so that it doesn't look that lonely. But yeah, I've been on break for like almost a month, or I think it's already been a month. I don't know. And I haven't touched a body of water yet, and I'm pissed. But on the flip side, I might go out for the 4th of July to like a lake or something. And then I went back because they just had an update and just had other things that I could add to the building. So I decided to add these railings for more realism to the beds. And then I added other things that they just got from like the elderly update, like the wheelchairs, the walking sticks, the mobility scooters, and then I ended up adding a shower as well, which I think I show. Yeah, I decided to personalize that room a little bit. But yeah, here's the building in all of its glory. Very nice, very nice. Let's go down the garage. I need to add some lights in there. It's very dark. That car was very expensive, almost made me very broke. But yeah, there's the mobility scooter, the wheelchairs for both adult and kid, walking sticks and other things. I like them. They're very nice and very smooth. Reception desk, waiting area, and then we have a TV, a walking cane. I don't know where it went, but it was there before. Bathroom with a little changing table. Nice. And a railing for support. And a janitor's closet. I didn't really care for the janitor's closet, so I just did whatever. Now onto the second floor, we have the nurse's desk. I don't know. And the cafeteria, very nice. It's cute. Not a lot to do there, but it's cute. And this is, I guess, the ER basically, like your little rooms and everything. And you can see the railings there, very nice. And then on to the third room. This is where you have like your tests done. Nice, nice, nice. I really like that. I think I took inspiration from like a Pinterest photo lag. But yeah, that's where you go in and then they take like an x-ray. I think that's what it is. And then I added those little soap dispensers everywhere as like hand sanitizer, because they have that everywhere. And the break room for the staff. And onto the third floor. This is for the long-term patients, for them to stay. Little seats for the visitors. A bathroom. It's very crowded in there. Sorry. There was just a lot of things that I needed to add. But yeah, there's like the new showers that they added, and I feel like it was the perfect add to this build addition. And then this is the only bed, or I guess room, that I like kind of customized. I only added like 2 things, but I think those 2 things are perfect. It doesn't need any more. But yeah. Now I need to get some good shots of it. I really like how the building has like 3 different levels. I think it makes it more cool. I don't know why it took that long, but I don't know, I really liked it. And thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Bye.